It is so beautiful here today, guys, in Montreal right now. I think it's 20. Where's my phone? I'm looking for my phone. Cheers, everybody. I'm vlogging again. Look. And we're visiting Orange County today. Cheers. Earl Grey in my cup. And it's noon, and it is a Thursday, and it is gorgeous outside. It's probably 20 degrees Celsius in Montreal. I can't check the current weather because I'm using my phone to record. Which brings me to my promise to have a vlog up on Tuesday, and because I hadn't vlogged in a while, like 3 weeks or so, I forgot that I was using my DSLR, and I forgot that the DSLR does not have autofocus, and I was showing you all kinds of stuff, like from up close, and can you see this and this, and yeah, it was a big blur. So I had to redo it, and by the time I realized that, it was like late Tuesday afternoon, and yesterday I was not available to do that. Make a long story short, I'm here. It's Thursday, April 21st. Yeah. And I'm in good spirits. I got my summer tires changed. No, they swapped the winter tires for the summer tires on my car, and it's always a joyful moment because, well, the car runs much more smoothly, and you know, it's a sign that summer is around the corner. I hope you're all doing well. I feel this was like a long introduction. I got the flu. I'm still recovering. I have cortisone sprays I have problems with my sinuses, which gives me headaches, but it's nothing serious. I'm sorry, I keep glancing at the window. I'm like a squirrel. I get distracted by the window. It's right over there. So I have a few things to show you, I have a few things to talk about, and I don't know where to start. So let's jump right in. I'm going to show you my, that's the wrong book. Okay, here, sorry. So, excuse me, while I was sick, I was able to make my way into the studio on and off, you know, not for very long periods, and of course I wasn't feeling very creative. I was kind of feeling creative in my mind, like when I was laying in bed not able to sleep, I kept thinking about stuff that I could do, and then I would come to the studio and then I would like choke, you know, like bleh. And so I took advantage of that to check off 2 major items on my organization list. One that had been dragging for the past 8 years. I'm not going to go into details. One I've already posted on YouTube, like there's a video up this morning for my art supplies inventory. So if you're interested, go check that out, and I'll put the thing on. It's reversed this way. Yeah, the iCard will be here. But the other one is, you haven't seen it yet because it's filmed but not edited, but the other one is my art stamp inventory. And again, I'm not going to go into great details here because I do have a video that's already filmed, which I will edit and post probably sometime next week. These are very quick videos just to give you some tips on how to organize your supplies. And hopefully that will help a few of you. Okay, done, out of the way. I got my notes. I have to look at my notes. Uno momento. Oh yeah. I can't read my notes. Hold on, let me just put that back because I need real estate here. In case you're wondering where these are stored, they're right here, right next to me. I love my new system. I can't wait to show you my stamp inventory binder and what it looks like now. So happy. Okay, so in my journal, last week I was feeling a bit better. Sorry, I have stuff flashing on my screen while I'm recording. I was able to make a couple of pages. I finished one of the I finished actually a couple of pages that I had been working on, and they were just like, you know, not going anywhere. There's this page. I'm not sure if it's going to show well. Yeah. You see that gold there in the sun? Woo! Look at that. Okay, the sun is a Patty Tully Parish stencils. Y'all know how much I love her stencils. So I'm not going to repeat myself, but yeah, it's not meant to be a sun, but it is in my book. And I added a quote. I also added some lines. They're kind of flashing right now. And I love this page. This page was started when I started working on my 21 Secrets class. And they were just test pages. I do that when I work on a class. I do several test pages and then I, you know, dive right into the class. But, and it was just left for that, like that. Like, the only thing that I had down here was my text paper, some color in the background, and the sun. But I really, really do love this page. The quote says, if you can imagine it, you can achieve it. And if you can dream it, you can become it. I love that. Very inspirational. I don't know why I did that. The next one is another page that I finished, and that is also something that I had started for my Love Art Happy Life class. And speaking of this, okay, I'm going to zoom in here. Hopefully this iPhone is going to pick it up well. I'm not sure. But do you see that tree trunk here and how there's several colors? This is done with acrylic. And it is, I don't want to say perfectly blended, but well blended. And you all know how much it is difficult to blend with acrylics. Well, in a previous video, in fact, my tornado artwork, which is on my wall right, that one over there, the last one there that you're seeing, I had experimented with this, the Stevenson's retarder, that's en français, acrylic retarder medium, or en français, oh my god, retardateur acrylique, whatever. And so I experimented some more because I really, really wanted to have that kind of like oil painting look to it, and I love it. I love it. So I'm going to use it in a subsequent video. This was not filmed, by the way. Like, the pages that I'm showing you were not filmed. Just because I didn't feel up to it. And so I'm going to play some more with that. And I promise I will show you how to handle that medium. And I'm pretty sure that's it in my book. It's gradually filling up. I'm very happy. It's so much fun to have a journal that's on its way, you know, to getting completed. I mean, I still have a lot of pages to fill in, but it's so much fun to see how much work you've done so far, you know. Okay. It's hot in here. I had to close the window and I didn't turn on the AC because that's ridiculous. But like, seriously. Yes, Patreon. I'm going to show you what I've been working on. I feel that I'm in the dark, but it's very bright in here. I don't know why. I've been creating... Oh, wait, before I forget. I have received some happy mail. Oh, and I have a quick tip for you again. Okay, so I have received... Heather at the Craft Shack, she sent me the print for her Patreon rewards for March, I believe. Yes, it has to be March. Look how gorgeous this is. I love it. And someone, and I forgot, and I should have researched this before, but one of my patrons, you know who you are. You gave me that great tip, so please let me know who you are in the comments down here. But she's been using those, because I do the same thing. Heather sends these prints. These are 5x7. I do the same thing for most of my patrons, the ones that are in the levels due to receive these. And that person, I want to say Angela, but I'm not sure. Anyways, this person is using those in her planner. She punches holes on the side of these, and she includes them in her planner, and they're kind of like dividers and something fun to look at. What a clever idea. I love this. I love this. So if you don't have a bulletin board, like, just, you know, hold on for a sec. There's something else in there. It's thick. Did she sneak something inside here? Hold on. I opened it because I couldn't wait. Oh, she made a card. I'm so sorry, Heather. I forgot to look at the card. Thank you for the opportunity. Each month. This is my pleasure to create for each month. Oh, she made a cute card. This is probably with a big sheet of, you know, a cleanup sheet or something, or maybe like she works in a big sheet and she sections them off. And I'm trying to do this. Okay, I'll get the hang of it. Okay, isn't that gorgeous though? I love the colors. Thank you, Heather. And then I have tissue paper to play with. A full piece. Anyways, I had to take a sippy. I just had a coughing fit. Speaking of Patreon, this is one of the sketches that I provided to my patrons. So what I do is I draw pictures or sketch or whatever outlines, and then I scan them high resolution, and then I make the available to them so they can use them in their artwork. They can use them as coloring page. And this one I'm very proud of. This was inspired by a Japanese show that I was watching called Goku-sen, and it's something, it's like an image that morphs into the introduction of the show, and I paused it and I drew. I mean, it's different. It's not, the idea is there. Of course, theirs is much more elaborate, but I'm quite proud of this. It's a cherry tree lane, or a sakura. And I use my Copic markers to color it, and I love it. And the quote, I added the quote, live life in full bloom. So this is going to be one of the prints as well. So I'm using my sketch to do the print of the month, which I get. And of course I'm late because I was sick. The other project I wanted to share with you is this one. Actually, by the time you see this on video, my patrons will have seen a full picture of this. But this is using another sketch. This is the February sketch that I'm using for the March process video. It's a full-length video with explanations and whatnot. And I have experimented with all kinds of stuff on this. There is coarse pumice gel, my sketch. This is my sketch, by the way, that I also colored with Copic markers. And this, is this focusing? I have to look with my, oh yeah, it is. Cool. It looks reversed on the screen. I hope it's not reversed when I edit. This is called Pearl Mica Flakes Small by Golden. And when it dries, and now it's covered with paint a bit on that artwork, so it's tough to see, but this is what it looks like when it dries. Look at that. Whoa! So it's a gel with mica flakes, and then when the gel dries, of course, it's transparent, it's clear, and then you see the mica flakes, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. But I really love that piece. The idea was to have this mandala that I call it my 4 seasons mandala, because that's what it is. I wanted it to emerge from the earth. So obviously, like in my head, follow me. In my head, the earth opens up and this medallion comes up. That was my theory. So anyways, yes. So that's one of the artwork, one of the videos for March for Patreon. Look what I found when I was cleaning up the other day, though. This is so cool. I used to have a small HP printer just to print photos. It was like yay big. And it never really worked properly, but I had bought, of course, a whole bunch of papers. That's like 10 years ago at least. You know, these 4x6 photo paper. Well, look what I found. I found a whole stash of them. And I've seen someone use those with alcohol inks. So I'm thinking this would make great card fronts with alcohol inks. So yeah, more experimenting on the way. Oh, I did this. My neutral canvas. I wasn't sure exactly what to add to this. I recorded the process, but I'm not sure that I'm going to put it up because it's so simple. But I felt that it needed a punch of red, so I tore gaffer's tape, like I tore lengthwise gaffer's tape from 7 Gypsies that I've had in my stash for years, and I added a little bit here and there just to have like a pop of red somewhere. I feel like I should. Here. So I like it, you know, it's fun, but it's not complicated to do, so I don't think that the video will make it into here. Next, I think we're going to do a Q&A. I went online and I asked you guys if you had any questions, and I've had a few, so I'm going to answer them. One of them was quite funny. I'll keep that one for the end. A lot of you were asking where to find this quote book that I keep using, or that I used last month. It's called Quote Unquote by Autumn Leaves, and Patty has told me that she's found it on Amazon.com. So if you're looking for that book, which has a whole bunch of quotes, and I use this a lot, and it's got like different subjects. It's a very handy dandy book. I got this years and years ago, and she's found it on Amazon. So in case you're looking for it, go check out Amazon. Okay, another question that I got a lot recently is, what are the crayons that you're using when you made this card? And although I did mention it at the beginning of the video, and I think I've posted it on my blog, people are still asking. I use a wax crayon that's water soluble. I have 2 brands in my stash, so that's why you're going to see me using this stick, which has a black wrapping around it, and this one. Okay, this is by Stampin' Up. They don't make them anymore. I know they're not available anymore, but I've had them in my stash forever, and I have the full color array that they had at that time, and they came in these boxes, and I have 5 boxes like these, and this is what they look like inside. It's a wax crayon, wax pastel, whatever you want to call it, but it's water soluble. But something that's still available on the market is the Neo Colors. This is like the metallic small kit, but you can buy them individually or in sets, and they look like this. And I love them. I love them. These are my go-to watercolor product. I like them because they're dry. They're in a dry form. I have all of them in an old Stampin' Up plastic container like this, very small. I don't need more than that. That's all I need. I bought most of them individually, except for the special edition, the metallics. But I like them because I can just like I can just take a water brush if I'm out and about. I can just bring like a water brush and just pick up the color from the crayon. But if you are like me and you have Stampin' Up supplies in your inventory and you don't know what to do with these are exactly like Neo Color 2s. Are they as pigmented as Neo Color? Maybe not, but also be careful because a lot of people were asking me Neo Color. Look, I keep answering Neo Color 2s, but there are Neo Colors 2 with, you know, the Roman numeral, the Roman numbers. Neo Colors are different. I hope this answers a lot of your questions because I've had this question for a while now. Many times, several times. Many times. Okay, next question comes from Heather. Heather wants to know, I am curious what medium you prefer the most these days. Does it change? There's one constant that will never, ever, ever change. And it sits right by me because I like it so much. And it is this. The Light Molding Paste by Golden. I don't use molding paste. I don't use heavy duty molding paste. I like the light one. Why? Because I like the texture of it when it's dry. It's a little bit spongy. It grabs the color really well. It dries fast. And I like the way it goes on. It spreads nice. It doesn't seep as much under the stencils like the regular molding paste. I don't like the texture of regular molding paste because I find that it looks plasticky when it's dry. I had a big jar. I gave it to Gigi because I still have a small quantity if, you know, something requires it, but that's my go-to, light molding paste. However, these days, of course, I fell in love with this, and I do apologize. I think this is a Canadian brand. I'm not sure if you can find it in the US, but I'm sure there are other retarders out there for acrylics. I keep showing it in French. But yeah, I can't wait to play with this some more. I have a huge canvas in my kitchen that I need to finish. I'm revamping it, and I think I'm going to use the retarder on this because it won't break down the quality of the paint. It will dilute it. It will make it a little bit more like a glaze, I want to say. But you don't have to use a lot, and you can easily blend two colors together, and it slows down the drying process. Obviously, that's what it is for. But it's not like using water and breaking down, again, the molecules of the paint. So yes, my new love. And this one I love. So this I'm going to use again in a future project. I have a whole bunch of projects in my head. I actually have 3 ideas for 3 ideas for classes, so hopefully nothing else will slow me down this time, and I'll be able to get to it. And I keep wishing that no interruptions will come, but I know summer's coming. I'm a big summer person. Oh, my last question comes from Lucy. Lucy from the UK. She's funny. She's cute. She says, my question, will you adopt me? Yes. Just keep in mind you'll be my 3rd child. I try to treat all my children equally, but, you know, you're far. That might be a difficult thing. She's so cute. And that's pretty much it for the Q&A and all that I had to share with you. I have a lot of videos to edit. Some for Patreon, some for you guys. It's all the same anyways, right? So, yeah, I will get to it this weekend. Actually, today, it's 20 degrees Celsius, which is shorts weather, really, like seriously. And I just saw a lady wearing a winter coat with fur around the hood. She didn't have the hood on, thank goodness. But, yeah. Maybe she's sweating a little bit. Or maybe she wants to sweat. Maybe that's it. Because she looked like she was going at a good pace. And she was with a friend who was wearing a t-shirt. I don't get that. Lady. It's summer. I get excited every summer. I love it. It's not summer officially. But to me, it's summer weather today. And I hope that the leaves are going to come out soon. Because that means happy. It's green, light green. Love it. And on that note, I'm going to go back to editing, and the next 4 days I'm going to go full on. I'm going to push to the limit so that I can actually get back on schedule. I was on schedule, and because of the flu, it set me back another 2 weeks worth of work. So I'm going to do my best to catch up this weekend. I'm so grateful that I get to work from home. You have no idea. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this to you guys, but working from home for me is... How can I explain this? I get up in the morning and I'm happy. I don't think I've ever gotten up since, you know, I've embarked on my new life. I don't think I've ever gotten up on the wrong foot unless I had a major nightmare. But I'm happy to get up in the morning because it's always something fresh, or it's always something that I'm looking forward to do, you know, sharing my art with you guys. And whether you support me here through comments or Patreon, to me it's all the same, because without the comments I wouldn't be on Patreon. Like, I wouldn't be reaching out to other people that can support me in another way. So every single type of support is what I'm trying to say. Means a lot to me, and I appreciate you guys like you have no idea. the fact that I can work from home and make a living out of this, or eventually make a living out of this, is pretty amazing. I only have to go out once a week to go see a customer, and the rest of the time I work from home. And oh, I feel like this deserves a group hug. Okay, let's hug. Okay. I hope that didn't scar you for life. On that note, I think I should away now. I must away. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of video, please give it a big thumbs up. It helps. And subscribe if you haven't already done so. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And I will see you later. Bye!